If I told you someone bought a private island for less than the price of a Toyota Corolla, would you believe me? Because it's true. A man actually purchased an island, yes, an entire island, for under $100,000. No inheritance, no crypto jackpot, just a smart move most people would have overlooked. But what makes this story so powerful isn't just the price tag. It's what it reveals about how regular people can make extraordinary moves with money by thinking differently. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the true story of how one man bought a dream most people think is impossible for the same cost as a mid-range SUV, and how you could do something just as bold if you learn to spot opportunities like this. Let's get into it. When you hear the words private island, your brain probably flashes images of billionaire yachts, champagne on the beach, and a resort-style paradise reserved for the rich. But what if I told you that idea is just marketing? Because not all islands are priced for millionaires. In fact, there's an entire world of hidden gem islands, scattered across lakes, river channels, and coastal zones, selling for the price of a condo. That's exactly what happened to Doug, a regular guy with a not-so-regular dream. He wasn't looking for luxury. He wasn't trying to flex. He just wanted peace, freedom, and a piece of the world to call his own. And one day, while browsing real estate listings online, he found it. A small island off the coast of Ontario, in the pristine waters of Lake Huron, for $89,000. Not a scam, not a timeshare, a real, legal, full-title island. Now let me be clear, this island wasn't some tropical Instagram hotspot. It was raw, natural, untouched. No running water, no power, no house. Just trees, shoreline, and opportunity. Most people would have scrolled past and said, "Too much work." But Doug? He saw freedom. He contacted the listing agent, did the research, checked the zoning laws, calculated how he'd get supplies there, and then he made the move. For under $100,000, including taxes, legal fees, and a boat to access the place, he became the owner of a private island. Think about that. While people were out financing new cars with 7-year loans, this guy was buying his own island. Because while everyone else was playing by the old rules, Doug made a new one. Now here's where it gets interesting. Doug didn't just buy the island and leave it sitting. He built on it. He started small, a solar-powered cabin, a rainwater catch system, a tiny dock. Little by little, using savings, reclaimed materials, and good old-fashioned elbow grease, he turned it into a functional off-grid getaway. No mortgage, no landlord, no neighbors blasting music at 2 a.m., just nature, privacy, and peace of mind. And while the world raced faster, more distracted, more crowded, Doug had a front-row seat to sunsets no one else could see. The best part? The island actually appreciated in value because he improved it, documented the journey. And when you add up the views, the story, and the uniqueness, it's worth more now than when he bought it. That's not just a cool escape, that's a smart investment. So here's the million-dollar question. Why does a guy buying an island matter to you? Because it reveals a truth no one talks about. You don't have to play the same game as everyone else. You don't have to chase what's trending. You don't need a Lambo or a 5-bedroom house in the suburbs. You just need to know what you value and look for ways to get it smarter than the crowd. Doug bought an island not because he was rich, but because he thought differently. He didn't buy status. He bought space. He didn't rent forever. He owned something that could grow in value while giving him joy along the way. And if you're watching this thinking, yeah, but that's just one guy, remember this. Thousands of private islands are listed across the world right now for less than $100,000. Some even under $50,000. And sure, they're not all turnkey paradises. But neither is that car you're about to finance for the next 72 months. The difference is, your car loses value every time you drive it. An island? That's land. Scarce. Finite. And it's not making any more of it. See, this isn't just about buying an island. This is about buying freedom. Freedom from rent, from traffic, from noise. From the idea that you have to follow the same path as everyone else just to survive. Because the second you realize most of what we spend money on is habit, not value, everything changes. Doug didn't win the lottery. He made a bold, weird, brilliant financial decision. And now, while the world scrolls TikTok, complains about gas prices, and waits for the weekend, he wakes up every morning on a patch of earth he owns outright. Not to impress anyone, just to live free. So now the question is, what dream have you been telling yourself is impossible? What opportunity are you skipping because it doesn't make sense to the crowd? And more importantly, what could you actually afford if you stopped chasing what everyone else is buying? Doug bought an island for less than a car, and it changed his life. So here's your move. If this video sparked something in you, if it made you think a little differently, hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, we're not just telling stories. We're showing you real-world ways people are flipping the script on money, on freedom, and on what it means to live well. Drop a comment if you're ready to think differently, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Money Route, and we're just getting started.